Hey everyone, it's Rachel from Sugar Maple Farmhouse, and today I want to show you my Halloween witchy tablescape and my Halloween buffet. So I set this up a few weeks ago and we'll use most of it for our Halloween party that's going to be this weekend. But I wanted to show you guys a couple things about it before the festivities begin and hopefully inspire you for your Halloween celebrations too. Let's get started. When I started to think about creating this year, I really wanted to go traditional, kind of witchy Halloween, rats and black and lots of spider webs and different things like that. But as I started looking into the origins of Halloween, I ended up going in a more natural kind of witch direction. And that was really informed by the holiday of Samhain, which is an ancient Celtic holiday that celebrates the harvest. And it is the holiday that Halloween is based off of today. Samhain is still celebrated today by some Celtic people, pagans, and Wiccans. And being a small farmer now, I feel like I really finally understood the idea behind the celebrations, especially this year once we started selling our flowers and our vegetables and our fruits to people at our roadside farm stand. So I really wanted to take that holiday and the origins of Halloween and kind of meld it with today's Halloween. And that's how I ended up with this beautiful tablescape. First, since I wanted an overall witch theme this year, I stuck with black as my main color scheme. But I also wanted to make it feel elegant. We have an antique table in the basement, so I used that and set it with a black gauzy table runner, black plate chargers, and black plates. I really love how the black on black looks together and how it just made the place setting. When it came to decorating the table, I also knew I wanted to pull in some color. Originally, I thought purple would be the main color for this table, but as I picked flowers to use for this, pink came through as a more organic choice. Overall though, the purple napkins and candlesticks worked well with the pinks and all the other organic natural colors. I made the main centerpiece for the table out of curly willow branches I bought. You can easily make something similar to this with similar branches that I'll link below, or even branches from your backyard. I wanted it to be a branch candle holder. I was inspired by a piece at World Market, but I thought I could make one that felt more organic and natural. So I cut the curly willow branches and then glued them into the places I wanted them. Then I glued on some simple black candle holders to the piece too. I'll also link those for you in the description below. Lastly, I sprayed the piece and let it dry. Once you have the candle holders glued to the branches, just be really careful with them. They're a little heavy, and if you mess with them too much, you'll find yourself re-gluing them a couple of times like I ended up doing. Once the branch candle holders were on the table, I accented them with dried moss and then wove more moss, flowers, and sage through the branches. I really love how beautifully it all came together. I also added in some DIYs to the center of the centerpiece. I made candle holders and some tall vases with a couple of items I found at the craft store. First, I painted vases with black glass paint. If you want to use these more for candles, leave the glass paint streaky so that the light can shine through. Then I glued those to tall black candle holders that I found at the store. Lastly, I added in some moss at the seam for that organic and natural look. Once they were on the table, I arranged them so they would display in alternate sizes and shapes, and then filled them with candles and flowers. I also added these on the Halloween buffet table. On the Tablescape, I also added in a few books on magic and a skull to help pull it all together in the center. While I'm sometimes iffy on using bones or skulls in my Halloween things, they're a huge part of Halloween, and they can represent the celebrations of the spirits when it comes to celebrating Samhain. Since Samhain is a celebration of harvest and nature's end cycle, I pulled in as much nature as I could to the Halloween Tablescape. I used our dahlias, zinnias, and herbs that we have growing here on the farm to add to my Tablescape and the place settings, and the Halloween buffet. I also used pumpkins and gourds to decorate the table, which would have been traditional in a Samhain harvest celebration. Last year, I made DIY magic potion bottles that were more Halloween and Harry Potter-like. For this table, I wanted to have something similar. But I also wanted to have components you might find in a witch's cabinet and do it in a really organic way. Instead of sparkles like I filled last year's magic potion bottles, I filled my little potion bottles this year with dried herbs that I use for soap making. I included various flowers and herbs, and I love how natural they look and feel, like they fit in perfectly with the idea of honoring harvest. The Halloween buffet was kind of a late add to all of this. Once I began pulling all this together and looking into the history, I started thinking about what one might eat at a harvest celebration. And once I did that, I really wanted to make some of these things. So I started planning a menu, and once I did that, I felt like I needed a place to display the food. And that's how the Halloween buffet was born. In the Halloween buffet space, I stuck with some of the same ideas. I used dark colors, accented with natural elements, and pulled in a few witchy items like the skull again, the books on magic, and crystal balls. On the table, I set out a couple of items to serve from the buffet, including spiced cherry apple cider, blackberry sage water, black magic sangria, moonspell cookies, a beet soup, and soul cakes, which some people believe actually started the original trick-or-treating. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope that you love this tablescape, the buffet, and all the DIYs that are throughout this, and that it inspires you this Halloween season. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And as always, I'll leave a link to the blog at sugarmaplefarmhouse.com where you can get more details on the tablescape, the buffet, and all of the different DIYs. If you've not subscribed yet, please remember to subscribe to our channel so you can follow along with everything we're doing here at the farmhouse. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day and happy Halloween.